You can probably tell by where I'm sat what video this is. Welcome back to part 2 of the Ranger. So we've got all of our parts. Let's get the lifters and the camshafts back in and then throw the belt on, take the sump off, see what mess is in there, and then at the end, the cost. So stay tuned. So here we're just squeezing out the build oil that comes in the lifters. Last thing you want to do is have them get stuck in there and then you end up with a horrible tapping noise. I know some people prefer to do it with a needle. This is the way I like to do it. It works. Why change it? This is what I mean when I say I'm squeezing the build oil out. As you can see now, I cannot press that. If I put that in there, just squeeze it with a vice. Don't have to go crazy, just until it stops. Come out, and then it'll be nice and squishy. So we've got the lifters and followers in now. We've got the gasket on. We just need to get the camshafts on. So straight on the dowels. You can bolt it up flat, and then we'll time it up. We can turn the crank back to where it needs to be. We only put it like roughly 90 out so that all the pistons are halfway down the bore. So you don't hit any valves when you're putting your cams in time. Right, so that's everything timed up. We'll put the new vacuum pump in. We've got a new one of those. The old one was full. I mentioned in part 1 that we'll send the injectors away for testing. Every single one of them failed. Number 4 was the worst. Can't imagine why. But yeah, they've all been reconditioned. Let's get all the copper washers off. Make sure the surfaces of the head are good for the injectors. Last thing you want to do is have a dirty injector surface. Just tiny little bit of grease. Stop what happened to me happening to anyone else. So just because the belt snapped, we're going to use the tool on the crankshaft so we know we're in 100% the right position. We've got it in the oil pump pulley. That lines up just under that dowel pin and you'll be able to get a bolt in that hole there. Belt's on. Let's get the cover on. Let's go underneath. Let's get the rest of the bits off. We're on the following day now. Got the sump off last night and the new one on, just so that we could reseal it before we went home. The strainer broke because the sump didn't want to come off, but you can see some of the bits on there still, even after it exploded. And if you want to take a look in the bottom of the sump here, you can see all the bits of belt, and there's even more in the bottom. Now what we've got to do, get the wheels on, under trays on, fill it with oil, fill it with antifreeze. So that's this Ranger back up and running. We've had it running on the lift now for 15-20 minutes, no leaks. So next thing is the road test and then we can give it back to the customer. And the bit that you all want to know is the price. For the engine overhaul on the top, the cams, lifters, followers, full wet belt package, the injector testing and reconditioning. It had a couple of other little bits that were broken while we were in there. The total price came to £4,255, including the VAT. So this guy's good to go back on the road again.